Hi, this is Brodrick. The Money and Markets editors have turned over their platform to me all this week to tell you about the new fuel revolution that's about to sweep the country. Yesterday, I explained how it's getting harder and harder to find new sources of oil. In other words, the era of peak oil is already here. That's not to say there isn't any more oil in the world. It just means that we've reached the point where global oil production tops out and starts to decline. Making matters worse, this is happening just as billions of people are adopting modern lifestyles that demand even more energy, demands that oil alone simply cannot meet. Not for the long haul, anyway. Worldwide, oil demand is up nearly 15% just since 2002. That amounts to 60,000 barrels every minute, or more than 1,000 barrels of oil every single second of the day. Most of this new demand is coming from countries like China and India, as well as other emerging markets in South America and Africa. And this growth just keeps accelerating. The expanding population is partly to blame. The world is expected to have 9 billion people by 2040. But what's even more important is that all these new people are living lives that are far more energy intensive. They're heating their homes, they're driving cars, they're traveling further and more frequently. And the end result is a compounding effect that requires ever greater amounts of oil. For example, countries outside the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, basically non-Western countries, have seen explosive oil demand growth since the 1990s. In fact, non-OECD demand has nearly doubled in less than 20 years. Now, major emerging market countries such as China, India, and even Saudi Arabia have reached the important GDP per capita range where oil demand historically blasts off. So clearly, the world is going to need new energy solutions, and fast. Look, what the world is really addicted to is energy itself. For the last 100 years, oil has simply been the most convenient source of that energy. But now that oil is getting harder and harder to find, the world is clamoring for a new solution, one that can carry us for the next 50 or 100 years, or even longer. We urgently need cheaper, cleaner, more plentiful sources of energy to solve the world's growing needs. And I'll explore some of these alternative energy sources in tomorrow's video. But most of these proposed solutions are still many years, perhaps even decades, from practical implementation. In fact, there's one realistic solution to the oil problem that's available right here, right now. And the rest of the world is rapidly waking up to the same conclusion. Most importantly, I'm convinced the very best companies involved in this solution stand to make early investors very rich, much sooner than most people believe possible. Through extensive research, I'm figuring out which those companies are right now, and I'll tell you all about them, along with all the details on this new fuel revolution that's getting started tomorrow. At noon Eastern Time, my special presentation, How the New Fuel Revolution Can Make You Rich, will go online. Check your inbox for details. You won't want to miss it. I'm Brodrick. Thanks for watching.